And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Right now, let's go. Watch the curl, watch the curl.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a play fake. Breeze. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw, it's Breeze. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Draw play, Elliott. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A gain of 13. It's a first down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Hey, switch gears. We're going to 53. 26.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. You got nothing. You got nothing. Whip. We're going to 54. Going to 54. 26. 43's the mic. 26.
First down, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll run on first down. Muhammad. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Murray. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
40, ready? 5-8. Hey, easy.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Mike 5-5. Hey, kill. Here we go.
Play action. Breeze. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
This is taken at the 15. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Switch.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Third and short yardage. Prescott. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Easy, opposite.
2nd and 5 now. Breeze. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Muhammad. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
65. You're good. Try full. Ready. Smooth. Hey, easy. 50. We own it.
Now Breeze. Going deep here for Bryant. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, easy. Kill.
On the delay, this is Murray. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Just 3. We're going to 54. Right here. Under 2.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Check. Fresno.
Prescott looks to throw on first. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Prescott. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40.
First down, Dallas.
Here we go. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down. Oh. We're going to 53.
Prescott on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
2nd and 3 at the Saints' 9-yard
line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check. We're going to 54. Right here. We're going to 53. Gun. Go get him. Sweat. Hey. Right there. 56. All right. 26.
Prescott down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball, defense.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he works free. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 69 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They run with Murray. And an alley to run. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
5-9. Hey, Haywood. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Mike's 50. You don't want none. Get it. Pick up the ball. Mike 50. Better. Hey, easy. You better bring. Sammy.
Breeze now to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Marcus Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
25, check 25.
Prescott to throw it. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
3rd and long for Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready? Yo, lady. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. 36. Check 48 to Mike. Check. Hey, easy. Hey, orbit.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Murray. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 26.
On the draw, it's Pollard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Man up, Heat. 36. Hey, kill. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And the Cowboys 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott looking middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 corners, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Elliott. There's a nice move. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Let's get off the field. He's crashing. Go out. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taysom Hill, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Hey, easy.
10th carry of the game now. Murray. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. The 40. 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 12-yard line. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A run. It's Murray. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
21. Hey, easy. Hey, seam 6.
On play action. Now Breeze. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Sean Lee able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Lutz's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Going to run again here with Pollard. Big hold of the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Switch. 61. Match box. Safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check. Lucky.
On first down, Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist. Check.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Well, Prescott here to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Dallas, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.